This is probably not the best time to film. It's now or never. Well, it's not never, because never say never. Now I got the hiccups. You talk to yourself too much, and generally, you just talk too much. You know, just giving my daily affirmations here. Nervous and excited. That's all the feels right now. Is that gonna burn the lamp? Hi, I'm so happy you're here right now. You're making me nervous. Excuse me. Why am I so nervous to film today? Get it together, get it together. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Imani. I create videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and helpful tips and tricks. If that sounds like your cup of tea or your cup of coffee, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here all the time. I will also have my Instagram linked down below if you want to give a follow and be friends. I feel like I have not sat down in front of this camera in so long. Literally, it's been probably a month at this point. So bad. I don't know about you guys, but I'm naturally an anxious person. I get a lot more anxiety and stress around the holidays in particular. So this year was no exception. I, for some reason, have been feeling so much stress, so much pressure, and it's really taken a toll on me, especially when it comes to filming. There's been so many moments where I've wanted to pick up the camera and film something, and then I just lose motivation because I feel overwhelmed. I get in my own head. Get out of your own head. Sorry. But anyway, I'm so glad to be sitting here talking to you guys again. By the way, I am just getting over being sick, you guys. And no, it was not Miss Rona, but I was sick last week, so my voice is very raspy right now. I am still having a lot of congestion and mucus and just coughing. So if I sound weird in this video, that's why. I apologize. Let's pretend as if this is just me completely normal.
Which I never am.
But let's pretend in a perfect world I was normal. And today is a really exciting video because I am sharing with you guys the most amazing things ever. Okay, maybe not the most amazing things in the world to some people, but to me, and probably to a bunch of you, they're incredible. Today, I'm sharing with you my most loved powder foundations. These powder foundations are specifically my favorite because they offer amazing coverage, do not look cakey or dry on my skin, and have really amazing staying power. So I definitely wanted to share them with you guys in case you are fellow powder foundation lovers like myself. Powder foundations are so quick, so easy, and so versatile. They just pull on my heartstrings, you guys. They pull on my heartstrings. I have 7 of them to be exact. So they're all sitting right here next to me. I really didn't realize it was 7. I was trying so hard to narrow it down to my top 5, but I just couldn't. I couldn't let 2 of them go. 5 just isn't enough to me. I have 3 drugstore and 4 high-ends. I really wanted there to be more drugstore, but it just ended up not being so. Regardless, we still got some options here, and the high-end ones are definitely worth your coin. I'm also gonna give you guys a little demo with the one I have been loving the most lately. It is also my newest one to my collection, and it is one of the drugstore foundations. Well, technically it's not from the drugstore, but it's around drugstore pricing and it's pretty accessible. So as per usual, if you miss anything, I will have all of the foundations and products linked down below. So make sure you check the description box for that. Buckle up, we're gonna go through those right now.
She gotta love this Christmas, but it ain't with me. I watch the snow falling down like it's Rack City. Back to my hometown, back to the whiskey. Back to texting all your exes on Xmas Eve. And I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there. With your hoops and your fucked up hair. And even though you got another man, you could put your bubble goose on my one night stand, yeah. Put up the lights there, like a snowman in my nightmares. Pine needles and marijuana in your hair, and I swear these nights ain't they rough when December come around. 'Tis the season of the cuff. Keep my mind out the gutter. Make food with extra butter. Make do with something other than you, another lover. So these reunions and Black Liver Fridays, we lost in nostalgia. If I had it my way, I roll down the window of this Nissan sleigh. Soup up everyone I never get to see these days. Put the house party together, let the champagne rain. Maybe the world's gone bad, but the Hennessy ain't. Maybe we all gone mad, baby the news all fake. But see the crew's all here, so let your homeboy paint. I've been around these states, you know, the red and the blue. I know we all just trying to get through, yeah. She gotta love this Christmas, but it ain't with me. I watch the snow falling down like it's Rack City. Back to my hometown, back to the whiskey. Back to texting all your exes on Xmas Eve. And I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there. with your hoops and your fucked up hair. And even though you got another man, you could put your bubble goose on my one night stand. Yeah, you could put something new up into my lifespan. Resolutions never holding, babe, I don't like plans. I could lose a couple nights under these old street lamps. I could do without the drama, hope my wish list lands. We gon' sip the coffee in the morning with some Baileys up on it, like the rain coming down. I'm glad it ain't California, gets a little bit colder. We could build us a snowman, put a blunt in his mouth and flip up the Toyota. And we ride up to the mountains with the North Face on lounging. No court dates or orange face or poor taste. We out this good year, reindeer under candy paint, staring, kissing joints under mistletoe, feeling safe here. Ride till the wheels fall off this bitch, or at least until December 26th. I've been around these states, you know, the red and the blue. No, we all just trying to get through. She gotta love this Christmas, but it ain't with me. I watch the snow falling down like it's Rack City. Back to my hometown, back to the whiskey. Back to texting all your exes on Xmas Eve. And I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there, with your hoops and your fucked up hair. And even though you got another man, you could put your bubble goose on my one night stand. Yeah, you'll be gone in the morning, so stay here for the holidays. I get what you wanted, and that's real for the holidays. Gone in the morning, so stay here for the holidays. I get what you wanted, and that's real for the holidays. She gotta love this Christmas, but it ain't with me. I watch the snow falling down like it's Rack City. Back to my hometown, back to the whiskey. Back to texting all your exes on Xmas Eve. And I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there, with your hoops and your fucked up hair. And even though you got another man, you could put your bubble goose on my one night stand. Yeah, put up the lights there, like a snowman in my night airs. Pine needles and marijuana in your hair, and I swear these nights ain't they rough when December come around. 'Tis the season of the cuff. Keep my mind out the gutter, make food with extra butter, make do with something other than you, another lover. So these reunions and Black Liver Fridays, we lost in nostalgia. If I had it my way.
Hey there, future Imani cutting in here. I realized while editing how ridiculous this portion of the video was, just because I don't know how this happened, but I completely forgot to mention one of the most iconic powder foundations there is, and one of my personal favorites of the entire group. I don't know what happened, I don't know what I was thinking, but I figured I would fix this video and throw it in right here. The other powder foundation that I forgot to mention that I still can't believe I did is none other than the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. Now, they do also have an illuminating version of this, which just gives your skin kind of an illuminating factor to it. I really like that one as well, but I do feel that this one just looks the best on my skin personally. This one has a matte finish. I do also use this one in the color medium tan, so if you were close to my skin tone, then there you go. The reason why this is one of my favorites out of the entire group of powder foundations is because this one offers such amazing coverage, but also is based on skincare. If you didn't know, IT Cosmetics stands for Innovative Technology, so they're really all about skincare. They work with plastic surgeons in making your skin look its absolute best without compromising it. So I really, really enjoy their products, and I have been a fan of their Celebration Foundation for years now. For this one, I will also go ahead and swatch for you so that you can see what it looks like. That is what the color looks like in the pan. I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier in the video where I swatch it on top of my tattoo so you can see the coverage. So there's my little, this is such an awkward angle. I'm actually gonna stand up for this one. So you see that it literally covers so well. Obviously you can still see a little bit peeking through because it has such dark pigmentation, but for a powder foundation, that is incredible. Let me show you guys also on this one. So right across my kitty's mouth. So you guys can see how well that powder covers. I love this foundation. This one is definitely my favorite of all time. I'm just really loving the Beauty Creations one right now, but this one will always be a staple in my makeup bag. Some of the key ingredients of this powder foundation include niacin, peptides, hydrolyzed collagen, hyaluronic acids, vitamin A, C, and E, I believe. Can't fully remember that. Correct me if I'm wrong. That in and of itself is really, really amazing because you don't see that with a lot of powder foundations on the market. A lot of them have really, really harmful ingredients for your skin, including talc, which I will admit some of the powders that I mentioned today do contain talc. So use at your own risk. If your skin is sensitive to talc, I would highly recommend you steer clear of those. And yeah, please keep in mind, guys, that these are just some of my personal favorites, and what works for me may not always work for you. You just have to find what works best for your skin. So that is why this powder foundation is probably my all-time favorite, because not only is it wonderful coverage, goes on super smoothly, gives me a flawless finish, but it's also good for my skin. Like, I'm sure you could probably sleep in this one. Not doing it, wouldn't recommend, but hey, I'm sure if it happened, you'd be just fine in the morning. Don't quote me though. Anyways, sorry to interrupt the video. Back to past me. Okay, so as you can see, I've already got my eyebrows done because, you know, I just didn't want to deal with those. Let's have those out of the way. They're uneven anyway. There's no need to even worry about them. First of all, look how freaking pretty this packaging is. Oh my gosh, Beauty Creations, you've just made me the happiest
I think I've ever been.
I like this because it has like a magnetic thing. I like magnets. How many powders do you know that have a door to them? Oops. First things first, we are not using this little sponge. They are not a part of my religion.
Ooh, pretty soft though.
But still, we aren't using it. I just can't. I'm sorry, guys. For me, it's not satisfying using these guys. I mean, I just feel like anytime I see someone swiping their face with this, I don't get that same thrill as I usually would watching someone apply foundation, if you know what I mean. Why do you exist? Although I will say, people do achieve a pretty good coverage with these. That's all fine and dandy, but as for me, I just don't believe in you. I'm sorry. I hate those. We're going to be using a brush today. And I'm telling you, you will still get coverage as long as your face is prepped. And that is one of the most important things. You wanna make sure if you're gonna wear a powder foundation, your face is fully prepped for it. If you don't have anything for your powder to kind of adhere to on your skin, it's probably just gonna come right off. But anyway, yes, I went ahead, cleansed my skin, added my toner, added my serum, added my moisturizer, and my SPF for the day. Not going anywhere, but you should always wear SPF, even if you're an introvert like myself. I kind of just switch out brushes depending on my mood, but I will say that you do achieve the best coverage when you use a dense brush. So this is just like a little dense, kind of angled brush. Oh, you know what? Before we do this, let's do our under eye concealer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. All right, so now that we've got that, as you guys can see, I have nowhere near perfect skin. Like, I have so many acne scars. My skin has just been going crazy these past few months. I don't know exactly what it is, and I've just really been struggling with it. So I thought this was actually the perfect time to show you guys that you can still wear a powder foundation with this kind of skin and achieve really, really good coverage, and I'm gonna show you. So we're gonna take our powder, pick up some product. You really don't even have to swirl with this powder because it is pretty pigmented already. And now that we've got our brush saturated, we are going to start placing it on. And as you guys can see, it is already doing such a good job at covering my skin. I mean, look at that. This is a powder, you guys. The formula is just incredible. You guys see that? I mean, magic. This powder is so pretty. It's super, super blurring. And it has like a soft matte finish, and it just looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. Like, I look like I'm wearing a full coverage foundation right now. You can't tell me nothing. Let's be real here. Drag that down the neck. I mean, look, you guys, look how soft focused and just pretty that looks. And then compare that to this side. Do you see all this madness? Where'd it go? Where did it go? This is a powder. You see these little breakouts on my chin? Gone. I mean, come on. As I've gotten older, I've gotten really, really lazy with doing my makeup, so I'm always looking for a faster way to get things done. Powder foundations are the key. It has literally cut my time in half. And look, just look at how easy it is to build up coverage. I'm blown away by this powder, you guys. Like, do you see that difference? Look at how beautiful and just smooth this side looks. And you can see all of my acne scarring, all of my redness. I don't have any active breakouts right now. These are all just healing. But even when I do have active breakouts, breakouts, this still covers very, very well. It's like a magic eraser. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. You guys are gonna see. This is actually my worst side too, so let's watch. Immediately tones down all of the redness on my skin. Depending on the formula of the powder foundation, if you sweep it or buff it, it tends to kind of wipe it away. This one I find is one of those formulas where it's best if you kind of just place it on your skin where you want the coverage to go. If you have freckles or acne scars like I do, you literally just dip your brush back in and pat over those areas until you achieve the fullest coverage you can. As previously mentioned in a lot of other videos, I don't put too much product on my forehead. I just don't like to put a lot of product on my forehead. I find it to be very unnecessary. So sometimes I just take whatever's left over on the brush and kind of lightly sweep it across. You're afraid of powder foundations because you feel like, oh, they're dry, they're cakey. No, that's not true. The ones I'm showing you today, I'm telling you, they are incredible. They do not do that for me. I love it, I love it. Let me finish off the rest of my makeup and then I will be right back to finish talking to you guys. One moment. Okay, we are back and we are covered. Also, I decided to be all festive and throw on a red lip today. What are we thinking? I'm just using this Maybelline Superstay ink and this is in the shade Voyager. So yes, friends, I just wanted to show you guys that you can achieve a full coverage with a powder foundation. It is not something you need to be afraid of. Even if you have dry skin, if you prep your skin properly and moisturize really, really well with your favorite moisturizer or primer, I'm sure it'll wear just fine on you. All of the formulas of the powder foundations mentioned to you today are different from each other, so you just have to find what works best for you. But these are my favorites and these are the ones that I would highly, highly recommend. Let me know in the comments if you plan on trying any of these. I would love to know. Or you can drop in the comments a powder foundation that you would also recommend that I didn't mention today. Also, please keep in mind that everyone's skin is different, so just because something doesn't work for you doesn't mean that it won't work for other people, and vice versa. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you go. Also, hit that subscribe button so you never miss any future videos of mine and so we can be friends and hang out more often. Thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart for spending a little portion of your day with me. I appreciate you so much for being here, and until next time, I will see you in my next video, friends. My voice is way too raspy to do the bye, but I'll try. Bye!